So in this video, you probably guessed it, we're going to talk about for sale by owners and why do so many of them crash and burn. Hey guys, how's it going? I am Nicholas Shrouder, one half of the Shrouder Brothers, Berkshire Hathaway Results Realty, and that's right, in this episode we are going to talk about for sale by owners. Why should you do it? Or, more than likely, why shouldn't you do it? I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to give you 6 reasons, tips, points of reasons why you probably shouldn't. Credit for the information here does go to Inman News. That's where I first got the information for this article. Of course, I did put my own spin on it, but of course, I did want to give credit where credit is due. In addition, before we jump right into it, I wanted to say we do these videos each and every Monday, so if you like what you see, if you're a buyer or seller, our goal is to make you a more informed buyer and seller. So you can click the like, click the subscribe, the notification bell, wherever format you're watching on. Leave a comment below, it would be fantastic. We do these videos for you, so we like to see interaction with you guys, so it is always appreciated. But let's go ahead and jump right into the list. Like I said, 6 reasons why for sale by owner may not work out for you. Reason number 1, bad pricing. What's that mean? Well, as a seller, you think you're going to be saving money by not paying a real estate commission, so you're going to go ahead and go for the gusto. I understand it. We all want it. We want to get the most money for our house. But what does bad pricing do on your house? A lot of times it makes you look like an unrealistic seller. And some people don't like to get in the negotiation game, especially when the price looks like it's much higher than it should be. So with bad pricing, you are in turn eliminating a lot of potential buyers. So, working with a real estate agent, of course, they're going to be able to give you those stats, let you know what homes are selling for. Just because a home is on the market, listed, or pending at a certain price does not mean that's what the home is going to sell for. It all depends on the appraisal on that home, and that appraisal is all based upon what the other sales in the community and their comparables, different features, pluses and minuses, also known as adjustments, how all those work out. So, the number one reason is bad pricing. Number 2 is going to be lack of marketing. Of course, if you're selling your own home, you can put it on the internet, you can put it on your Facebook page, you can have your friends share it, you can even post it on some of the websites that rhyme with pillow, or similar sites like that. But are you going to be able to get the exposure that your home really, really needs? MLS is key. As a realtor, that's the first thing. We do a lot of advertising, we do social media, we do, our listings do syndicate to hundreds of different websites across the globe, because that is our goal as a real estate agent, is to make your home the most exposed thing in the world and let everybody with a pulse know that your home is for sale. So, by only having it on a few sites, it hurts. But MLS is key. The MLS is what allows us to syndicate to all these other websites. So, by doing it yourself, lack of marketing, you are limited as just a consumer and not a real estate agent as far as where you are allowed to advertise. So, lack of marketing is the number 2 reason. Number 3, access to the home. Now, this can also come into play when a home is listed as well, but more so whenever it is a for sale by owner. Access to your home is key. Now, if you are selling your home for sale by owner and Joe Smith drives by your house, sees the sign, calls, wants to come by, wants to walk in your house and see if he likes it, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're probably at work. Guess what? Are you going to let him go in your house? Do you have a lockbox or some sort of key system to allow him to go in? And do you trust him to go in your home and not take something, not mess something up? People are weird these days. Anything can happen. So do you trust that? So that is a major reason, is access. So by working with a real estate agent, your home is presented on the MLS. That way when another person wants to see your home, either your listing agent will be there to accompany them or their buyer's agent. And in those cases, it's all scheduled so you know who did it. And so now you have a record, so just in case something does go missing, now you know where to place blame. Number 4, negotiating. Now, it is very, very difficult to negotiate on your own home. Why? Because that's your home. That's where you've made memories. That home means more to you than it does to anybody else. Removing the emotion from the sales process is one of the hardest things to do. If somebody comes in, your home is listed for one price, and they make you an offer, you might be insulted. You feel your home is worth more. So by bringing in a third party, a real estate agent, they're not as emotionally involved. Now, you can vent to your real estate agent, of course, and that's what we expect you to do. But in turn, we are able to tell the other side how you feel unemotionally. So it's key. So negotiating on your own home is difficult because you have an emotional attachment to that home, which is totally expected, but it does make a for sale by owner a little more difficult. So, next one, number 5, unrealistic expectations. Now, as a for sale by owner, are you familiar with the real estate transaction process? Obviously, we talked about access to the home. Are you prepared to have many showings on your home? Is your home always going to be ready? Are you prepared to have professional photography done and have it presented in the correct way? Are you prepared for when a home inspector is going to come, when a surveyor is going to come? All these different things that are going to take place throughout the transaction. Are you going to use your title company, or are you going to use the buyer's title company? There's so many different things that happen during a real estate transaction, which is why you actually you want to pay a real estate agent, because it's what they do on a day-to-day basis. So that's what they are familiar with. When you do it yourself, it can be very, very overwhelming. Many real estate agents, they work as part of a team. So they are obviously, like I said, scheduling your showings, and maybe they have a transaction coordinator that is handling the transaction, because you have two sides. You have your side and you have their side. So there's a lot of moving parts that can be very, very overwhelming if you are a for sale by owner and not very, very familiar with the transaction process. And number 6, they call it agent avoidance. Obviously, you're doing it for sale by owner because you don't want to use a real estate agent. You want to save some money. But did you think about this? When a buyer comes and drives by your house and sees it, what if they are working with a real estate agent? So now they're going to call their real estate agent and say, hey, I just saw a home at 123 Main Street. It's a for sale by owner. What should I do? Guess what? That real estate agent is now going to call you, and they're going to say, hey, I have a potential buyer for your home. Are you willing to work with a real estate agent? If you want to sell your home, chances are you're going to tell them, yes, we can work together. So now I'm going to pay you a percentage as this buyer's agent. So guess what? You're paying a commission after all. But now it kind of goes back to that unrealistic expectation, is now you as I don't want to say uneducated, but not familiar with the real estate transaction person, are having to deal with a real estate agent. So are you going to be taken advantage of? Are you familiar with the contract? Our contract in the state of Florida, I believe, is 13 pages long before you add any addendums, such as your FHA, VA addendum, your homeowners association. If your home is a certain age, you have a lead-based paint addendum. There's just multiple things. Are you going to end up paying for a home warranty? How does that work? Who pays it? All your title fees, who's paying them? There's so many moving parts. So if you are going to be willing to work with a buyer's agent, now you are directly having to work with a buyer's agent because you are acting as your own listing agent. So those are just 6 reasons why this may not be the best decision. There's also plenty of stats out there if you look it up for sale by owners, in comparison to a home that is listed, which ones actually sell for more money. It's generally the listed property. And the reason, it's because of this list right here. Those 6 things that I just went over, those are the things that by working with a real estate agent, they tackle those things. They are able to put those things into motion and make them work in your favor. So the ultimate goal for them and for you is the same, which is selling your home as quick as possible and selling your home at top dollar. So guys, like I said, we do these videos to help make smarter buyers and sellers. Obviously, this one is to help make a smarter seller. So please visit our website at any time, liveflowlife.com. You can write us there. You can just look at the blogs. You can look at homes. There's all kinds of things you can do on the website. You can even look at different areas and see where the best food is in certain areas that we generally service. But liveflowlife.com is where you do that at. Again, we do these videos each and every Monday to try and educate you, the buyer and the seller. So If you are not watching on YouTube, you can get to our YouTube page by going to liveflowlifevideos.com. We have right now, I believe, we've been doing these for roughly about 40 weeks in a row. So there is a lot of information there. We have about 100 videos in total, or a little over 100 videos on our YouTube page as of the time of this recording. And like I said, it is growing weekly. Please follow us on other social media as well. We are virtually everywhere. It can mostly all be found on our page, liveflowlife.com. But again, guys, those are the 6 reasons why this may not be the best sign to be in your front yard. It may actually be beneficial to you to work with a real estate agent. Thanks again, guys. Hope you learned a little bit, and we hope to talk to you soon. Have a good day.